Guys, before we get bring up our speaker, hope you have paper and pen for copious notes because he always gives out nuggets. I would like to say a few things, and that is on tonight at the dispensary in Chicago, we are scanning from 6 to 7, and then presentation from 7:15. Have your guests out. If any coaches out there would like to come and give us a hand on coaching, I greatly appreciate it. And as well as on Saturday during our workshop, our free workshop. So, guys, this is the time to load up, get everybody you know out. The lineup is phenomenal. We have our coaches, our trainers. We have our medical board will be there. You'll have eating ideas. The naturopaths and certified wellness coaches will also be out. That is another day I'm asking for coaches in the Chicagoland area to definitely be present at the conference. Again, that is on Saturday from 12 to 4. We're all going to do health scans, free body fat analysis, blood type testing, free weight loss analysis, free blood pressure screening, learn how to achieve your goals, cooking, demo, and samples. So do not miss that. We will be right here at our dispensary in Chicago. Again, the Zoom, let me see, the Zoom for use across the country, the Zoom number is 854-9973-3603. Again, 854-9973-3603. Dr. Roz, what's the passcode? And if not, I'm going to go in and introduce our speaker. And at the end of this, I'll give you that passcode. Okay, guys, are you ready? We are bringing up our own Coach Dan, somebody I've known. And I tell you all the time, slow and steady is always the best pace. I pursued this young gentleman over 10 years to join me in a business. And this one had all the answers. He said, I am not joining a business where people that don't look like us are owners. And so guess what? I had him when we formed and founded Wakana back in 2019. And he's been such a blessing to us, our company, and just a lot of you on the line absolutely know how he has helped propel your business by just giving you those tools. So without further ado, Dan Johnson, Coach Dan, this morning. Are you out there? Coach Dan, don't let me give you that presentation and you not be out there. Where are you? Okay, maybe. He might be flying. We know his schedule. So let me see if I see him. I don't see him out here. Let me give him a ring one time because I just want you all not to miss. And the passcode for Saturday's event, if you are joining us by Zoom, is New Me 2023. New Me 2023, all lowercase. So let me put a call out to Coach Dan, and if not, I'll be back.
Hey, Miss Phyllis.
All right, saved by the bell. There he
now,
is.
Listen, I have been on, and what I tried to do, y'all, I tried to sneak. Let me tell y'all what I tried to do.
Yeah, because
I had a gentleman on the phone, Miss Phyllis, and I joined him in a three-way onto this call.
Okay.
And it would not allow me to unmute the phone once I joined him in the three-way.
Okay.
And so I had to hang up on him and call back. And he's calling in, so I'm going to join him back in. Y'all give me 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
That's all I need.
No problem. We're going to wait on you. We happy you're here. He probably needs to hear this call, too.
All right, I am back. Hey, what's happening, my Wakana family? Listen, I'm telling you, I am super excited about this year. Thank you so much, Phyllis. Thank you so much, Akana, for being who you guys are. I absolutely love and adore you. I heard you say he may be flying. No, I'm getting on the train tonight. Got business. We're giving a podcast and a morning show in Detroit. And so we're leaving tonight to go to Detroit in the morning. To be in for meetings in Detroit in the morning. But here is what I'm so excited about. I looked at the date and I realized the date of the week is January 18th. And what that says is we're only 18 days into the new year. So here's the thing. We're 18 days into the new year. There's goals, there's dreams, there's aspirations that we've established. There's certain levels we want to take our business, and we're 18 days in. If you're like me, you started out the new year running. I came back from South Africa came back running. And I felt this week was a week where there was some gas, there was some air let out my tires a little, and it slowed me down. And then I realized, and for a minute, Coach Dan got discouraged because I was high about the possibilities of the new year. And so I realized, I said, oh, it's just the 17th day of the year. You still got a lot of time. And what I learned, and here's what I want to tell you guys, what I learned is that whenever you seek to grow, it's going to require change. Change is the conduit for growth. But whenever change is necessary, in order for change to properly be facilitated, change, here we go, watch this, requires a loss. Because you can't change something without losing something. And whenever there's a loss, there's separation. Change requires separation. Separation creates the loss creates the pain. So change causes pain. But if change causes pain and growth, in order for it to be properly facilitated, is done through the vehicle of change, that means in order to grow, you got to be willing to experience the pain. So, we're 18 days in. Here's the question. Question is, what are we willing to change in order to get to where we're trying to get to? There's some stuff that's coming up, you guys. There's some major stuff that's coming up. And the question is, how are you posturing and positioning yourself? What changes are you making that will cause you to be ready for what's coming? Because the truth is, what's coming is coming whether you're ready or not. And I know what's on the horizon. You've been hearing what's on the horizon. You've been hearing what's happening. And you serve in a company whereby what they say is what they do, and they do it whether you're ready or not. Matter of fact, they do some stuff I don't be ready for sometimes, right? And I got to catch up. So how do you prepare yourself today for what's coming tomorrow? You know that by the time this first quarter goes, you know March is coming, and you know we're going to go mad in March. How do you prepare for that today? What changes do you have to make today with your schedule? What changes do you have to make today with your relationships? What changes do you have to make today with your strategy in order for you to be properly positioned to be successful for what's coming? Some of us can't be successful for what's coming because we don't properly prepare ourselves to make the necessary changes in order to provide space for it. So here's what I need you to do. As we're moving forward, I need you to look at what it is your goals are. What it is really you're trying to achieve in business and ultimately in life. Then I need you to look at what it is that you are doing on a day-to-day basis. You got to evaluate this. What am I doing every day? What am I doing with my time? What am I doing with my energy? What am I doing with my money? What am I doing? Because you have to evaluate what you're doing to measure whether or not if what you're doing is what you should be doing in order to get to where you're trying to go. And if the answer is no, then the next question is, okay, what do I have to change? What is it about my daily activity I have to change? How much TV do I have to shut down? My goal is I want to have a deeper, more intimate relationship with God. So I want to give you a perspective. I can't have a deeper, more intimate relationship with God unless I connect with God, and you connect with God through the Word of God, which means I got to make enough space and time to study, to read my Word, and to pray. So one of the things I have to change in my schedule is I have to get up between 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. because that's the most quietest time of my day. So that's the time that I have allotted to spend with God. Now, here's the dilemma. That means I have to change some things. That's what I got to change. I got to change my bedtime. I can't stay up at 12 and I'm trying to get up between 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Are you seeing that? And so now if I change my bedtime, that means I got to change how my schedule throughout the day is flowing, so that I can make certain that I achieve the goal, which is to be up any time between 3 and 6, so I can give at least an hour. This is how you got to really begin to look at it. And some of these changes are drastic. Josiah overslept the other day. And I said, well, I need you to be able to be sufficient to get up. So what do we got to do? Well, we got to change his bedtime. Guess what that means? We got to change his basketball schedule. Guess what that means? We got to change his training. I like this trainer. Well, this trainer can't accommodate the time for us to be able to grow, for him to be independent. So these are the things that you have to look at if you're going to be successful. And you cannot be afraid of change, because if you are afraid of change, guess what you're also afraid of? You are afraid of growth. So here's a couple of things I want you to look at, because I only got 2 minutes. I'm going to give you just 3 things. 3 things that you got to do today. 3 things I need you to do today in order for you to facilitate your pending growth. Number 1, I need you to evaluate what you're doing. Number 2, I need you to ask the question, is this necessary? Now, when you evaluate this question, is what you're doing necessary? You are evaluating this question from the perspective of, is this going to help me achieve my goal, or am I just doing it because I feel like I have to or need to? So you have to evaluate that, right? And then the third thing is, so number 1, what is it I'm doing? Number 2, is it necessary? And number 3, what do I have to do to change it? I gave you 2 examples where in changing one thing in order to help me grow or to help me reach a goal, it affected 5 other things. So this may seem so simple, but at the same time, it's very, very strategic, and it's very important, because this is where the recalibration for your success takes place. Because here's what I understand. The more you continue to make destiny decisions, the less time you have for unnecessary distractions. Say that one time. The more you continue to make destiny decisions, the less time you have for unnecessary distractions. So now, every decision you make must consider what the goal is, what the destiny is, what the vision is. And as you begin to look through that lens, you'll begin to find your no. What do you mean, Coach Jane? You'll find your no. You'll begin to find what you must say no to. Because if you say yes to it, it's not going to be productive. It's going to be counterproductive. Are you understanding what I'm saying? And so hopefully this moment that we've had together was helpful and insightful. And if 3 people, just 3, Ms. Phyllis, if 3 people can say to me, hey, Coach, because some of you, as I was talking, you begin to think about a change that you need to make. You begin to think about it. You begin to process it. And those of you that mind works that fast, just 3 people, if you could unmute your phone and say, hey, Coach, this is the change I know I need to make so that I can reach my goal. Let me hear you do that. And then Ms. Phyllis already given you the announcements, and we're going to close out. I want y'all to have a supernaturally a kind of time of day. Go ahead, hit your star button. Let me hear those 3 people give me what your change is.
My change is to do correctly what you just implemented about evaluating what is important and what is not.
Good job. Thank you. Who else
Coach Dan,
got
this is Coach Dan. This is Anna in Houston. My change is to evaluate my time better, block it out better, and stick to it.
Bro.
Everything you said, I need to do it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Who else we got?
Hey, Coach Dan, it's Bernadine. You know that I hit every point that you just wrote down or that you just said, but the more you begin to make destiny decisions, the less time you have for unnecessary distractions hit me like a brick. So I'm going to really evaluate the decisions, the destiny decisions. Thank you.
Good, good. Listen, this has been absolutely amazing. I truly, truly love you guys. Man, big things are on the horizon, and I'm excited about seeing all of you at the top. Ms. Phyllis, do we have anything else?
I think you said it all. I thank you so much. I second Bernadine on the destiny decisions, because that's right. If it doesn't pertain to the destiny, you're wasting your time. So thanks for that.
All right. Love you guys. Until next time, as always, prosper.
Back at you, Coach Dan. Back at you.